You know, though there may be some that are a little adverse to showering, being forced to only have hot water baths and whatnot, I'm fine with that. Although the inability to go outside in the rain, have milk or soy sauce or pretty much anything of moderate temperature and below, yeah, that's a little bit of a doozy. Puts most food off of the table, actually. Actually, my actual drinking habits of it when it comes to tea and coffees, I would be screwed. 80% of my beverages go cold before I even remember I made them, so... yeah, Gigi might be in trouble. But I'm pretty sure the characters here are gonna figure out a way to really protect each and every one of themselves. Whether or not they need complete home reconstruction is gonna be another thing. I think it's best if we just get on and watch it. So, grab yourself your own drink. Let's get into it. You know, just... hang on, wasn't the... okay. A few seconds before disaster. Okudun reacted in time, he got the transformation off, but he was kicked in the face. At least she... at least she was, you know, quick on the draw with the thermos. Yeah, they're gonna have to think of a great way to keep his temperature under check. Is he gonna have to just wear gloves constantly? Full bodysuit, maybe. Even though we don't see you from the front, I kind of like her with the hair down like that. That is an introduction. Excuse me? When did Beethoven join the group? See ya! They're all in lockstep away. What is all the leads on the floor? Do they not have anything better to do than bicker amongst just the two of them? Absolutely not. Good speech, Hayashi. Okay. I'm with the guy on the bottom left. Is he just there along for the ride? And let everyone else do the flashy introductions, like, yep. Also, did I see that everyone reacted then, except the grandmother? Still just casually sitting with a cigarette. Now, I do recall there being some sort of weird controversy. I think it was with Hayashi now that it said their name. I can't remember what it was or why or what that was about because I didn't pay attention. Mainly because I saw it was DanDaDan, I didn't want to read any further. So, I guess I'll find out if it's episode related or outside of it. But how many just random people and faces is this show going to introduce us to? Because there have been plenty since the first episode. Some of them do return, obviously, as we've seen. Some make a permanent residence nearby in a local farm. How much power are they jacking? They might have overloaded the circuits there. You can turn it to 11. That's a Spinal Tap reference, by the way. Quite an old one, so I'm showing my age. And why are they getting a personal concert here? Okay, but their performance is the real deal. Well, so we just get what, Evil Eye hooked on the sound? I mean, kind of good to be able to affect a spirit world but not see it. Bollocks. It's kind of understandable that the bassist is the one that is a little ostracized from the group dynamic. As someone who used to play bass myself, understandable. I know they had a lot of chords and whatnot, but they've actually brought their own lighting rig here. You can tell those that are interested in concerts, but just from that. I'm not sure they get the audience participation that they would usually get, though. Getting a full stage show here? I love the fact you got the lasers behind the Torii gate like that. And how long is she going to be covering her ears for? When you've got the shading turn up and also, god damn. I knew we'd get some sort of music, but I didn't think it would be a full fucking concert play out. Yeah, they get it. Getting into it now. Okay, I am here for this. I might actually need to turn these up a little. It's not getting the full effect. Oh, it's rattling the graves nearby. What is the radius of their song? Are they going to... He's got some... Did they forget they're trying to exorcise evil spirits here? There's the crowds. Come out to see the band perform. The fact that they're just, rocking out here while Gigi is fighting for his life on that tabletop. Are we getting an Exorcist reference? It wasn't fully off, so... Showing the horns. God, it takes me back to the days I went to metal gigs. They were fun. Probably why I got tinnitus now, but... Is he fighting against it, or was that the spirit? Is this going to be like with Silky? I think so. The fact that she can resonate with them so vividly. If she is now experiencing what we saw, yeah, and then he turned that separation and disdain into anger. He's willing to change himself in order to give Evil Eye another chance at life. Though he might be a goofball and whatnot, you can't disrespect his spirit. They are running through the power. How much is this concert charging, or are they going to have to pay for? Even just the camera work there was... is song over? Yeah, I've not had many concerts that end with fire extinguishers. More than 0, but not many. I mean, sure, just adopt a spirit. I mean, he wanted someone to play with, a kind of sense of normalcy, so... That's pretty neat. Matching his inflection with the guitar. Might be a little too kind for his own good, though, but we'll see. But no one's forcing you to. I mean, if Evil Eye are putting in the effort, I guess, but Evil Eye sees that they're actually those trying to give them a second chance. Can you convert an evil spirit? They had quite the bonding experience earlier on. Well, she's winning that tug of war. Even if she's a little, unsteady there. Get the fuck inside. Still going for... How often do they do this for him to match his vocals on the guitar constantly? Get a new lighter. Actually, do they not have any roadies or anything to help with this? You'd think an exorcism troupe like that would hire a few people to at least carry their gear. Yeah, it's going to need more than a few cardboard boxes, though. How are you going to waterproof some of it, though? Oh, is this the whole... what he mocked her for so long ago? She's gone through this rigoring training quite a lot. Okay, fair. She has quite impressive core strength. Well, she's seen the world that is... that she is now kind of forced into, so... See, even he remembered. Might have just been a dumb moment for him, but... I mean, if there's a give and take with Evil Eye, bring out the power while calling him on kind of thing. Depends on how reluctant it may be to actually help. And I'm guessing that, his own sweat in one eye isn't reactive should it cool down. Otherwise that might be a little unfair. I can't remember the layout of the house, but yeah, you're gonna need to. At least the foundations themselves don't seem to be too damaged. The creaking boards and whatnot. Ah, yeah. So you would have to stay close with the thermos. The thing is, he's also got to have someone check the water to make sure it's hot first. I mean, if there's steam coming up, yeah, now it's fine. Especially in a kind of sleep-addled state, he's going to need someone to come to check. But how's her core strength in this state? I don't think she's getting much sleep tonight. I like kind of how relatable that kind of I don't want to open my eyes kind of moment is. And stay back. Yeah. I mean, a strong breeze and who knows what will happen. Let's hope they've got some extra tape lying around. Gonna call in a contractor in the morning. Yeah, and they helped him out in that state, so, you know, he's just extending the helping hand where necessary. Huh. I don't think we saw anything of that. But she didn't want any kind of recompense for it. Probably the only psychic I don't see as a complete fraud, just for that purpose itself, not doing it for money. There's probably a few that would agree with that statement, but sure. I mean, act until it becomes second nature. I think Okudun is somewhat getting there, even though he's unsure of himself, so... They are going to be the bestest of friends. Oh, there is actually a morning routine, is there? How long What the hell is all of this? Oh, it's a face mask. Wash. You can tell I don't do beauty regimes. I mean, I hate those fucking eyelash curlers. And what about Momo? How long does she take to get ready? I mean, at least let him eat first. Where did they get the... Did they just have a baby sleeping bag? Or did they go out specifically for Turbo Granny? Might as well extend it to everyone around the table. At least there's, dinner and a show. No one's paying attention to him. He's just trying to wave them off. Is he going to be okay there? just waving in the background. Are they going to turn around the kind of ostracizing that she was facing in school, considering they're all kind of somewhat close, even though they are at each other's throats? You could say that. Birina, who? Enhance! Zoom and enhance. The fact we're actually pointing out a background character, so they weren't not completely just an extra. I, for one, have never quit a job. I've just lost them quite frequently. What that says about me, I don't know. Why is his spider senses tingling? He's in danger. That didn't take long, did it? Fighting for his life there. The fact that even in a situation... Yeah, okay. Point at the odd situation, get your phones out. I mean, shifting the goalposts is for his own mental sanity. Down. Yeah, this wasn't a question whether or not he's willing to go, was it? He's going to wear out his shoes like that. This is a apt place for them to go. Reusing it? I can't remember if she was the one holding his feet last time, if they swapped positions, but... He's got a strong constitution. Constitution. Good save. So, part-time job here. Yeah, that's what friends do. Find you at your lowest and point it out to everyone, especially someone that you're close to at school. I mean, who's more embarrassed here? And in fact, you got the other girl who's... Oh, she's the face of it all. I think she stayed in character and acted professionally despite the situation unfurling in front of her. Does she get paid extra for that? I mean, you don't work yourself up to be the face on the sign without doing a good job. This episode, which kind of honed in on them working together as a family and pulling together to actually work things out and care for one another, no matter how hard it takes. I mean, anyone that has experienced a family member with some sort of disability or anything, kind of that. Yeah, how much of your own life is upended, but, you know, we do what we must. Don't think anyone has a evil spirit that blows away half the house at a moment's notice, though, so a little harder to deal with than usual. And unlike a lot of shows, that is the fact you got these dumb moments that are also mixed with such grounded realism as well. And I think we need to all admit just kind of how nicely they handled that concert moment. You know, 4 guys playing in front of a less than packed crowd, just for it to have the entirety of the graveyard come and cheer them on. How many spirits are kind of just hanging around? And after the performance, were any of those exorcised and moved on to greater pastures afar? I mean, if that was the end of your time on this mortal plane, or immortal plane in some cases, there are worse ways. That was quite a song. Now, since I don't remember anything particular about that episode, I'm guessing that there was either a band that is Hayashi and they actually just reference it straight up, or something very similar and it was a kind of, this is close enough where you're just infringing on us kind of way, and then that happened. That is the only thing I can gather from that. Kind of like James Hetfield of Metallica, kind of, hang on, this is, what do you think you're doing with our name and brand and whatnot? Oh, I mentioned his name. Am I going to get knocking on the door soon? But this episode can be boiled down to like 3 main parts. And each one very different tone to it all, and lighting and camera and work and whatnot. But the story of it and how the emotional impact of it, once again, very different. But this is what DanDaDan is kind of good for. You've got those high impact, intense moments, mixed with some quite heartfelt and down to earth backstory some of the time. I don't think anything can really top the silent. I can't remember, about 8 minutes was it, with the silky flashback and dance and whatnot. God, that's gonna stay with me for years. That hauntingly beautiful moment that one was. But since they've put down the gauntlet there, you know, he's going to train Evil Eye, he's going to rein him in, make sure that he doesn't cause any more trouble. After all, we all just want a friend. One that is capable of destroying each and every one of the people you know at a moment's notice. Probably isn't the best of acquaintances, though. But I'm so glad that we got a moment to alleviate some of that tension at the end with the friends now pointing out her almost predicament with her new job. Obviously, we've all had employment, maybe part-time jobs or not, which are maybe you'd be less than enthralled to tell people about. I don't know where working in a maid cafe would come on that list, though. Back when I needed a part-time job, yeah, I'd be embarrassed as hell. Right now, put a dress on and give me a paycheck. Job is a job. DanDaDan is so dumb, but I love it nonetheless, and hopefully you do as well. If I've entertained you through any of this, and obviously I would have been a lot more enthralled about the constant, my usual shenanigans when it comes to that type of music. Fortunately, headphones like these in the enclosed space I've got right now, I can't really get into it too much. For shame. But hopefully you did. If I entertained you, like I said, drop a comment down below, consider subscribing to the channel, jump onto my Discord as well to make sure you don't miss out future uploads and notifications when things go up, or polls for when new shows need to come out. But for now, get yourselves a bit of rest, tape down that cardboard clinging over the windows, and I'll see you in the next one.